Is this your first time on camera, bro?
Yeah, like at least getting a haircut.
There's like fucking 5. You're like, this is too much. There's like 5 cameras and shit.
I used to act back in the day, but man,
oh, really?
yeah, nothing like just sitting down and fighting.
What kind of acting did you do?
Film and TV mostly.
Oh, you did filming?
Yeah.
You know how to work the camera?
No, film and TV.
Oh,
like I was on camera.
What's on the menu, bro? What are we gonna do today with your hair?
Man, you know what? I haven't even thought about that, to be honest with you. Lately, I haven't really known what to do with this, so I've just been growing it out. It had a little bit more flow to it before. I think I showed you some photos, and then I ended up getting it cut. Now it's kind of like, only way I know how to describe how it looks now is like kind of like 70s douchebag look, like 70s dirtbag.
It's looking good. You have good length.
Honestly, I'm open with just about everything. I wasn't really expecting the mullet this time around, so this is something new to me. You know, it's not too bad in my opinion. It is very long, so when it does, like, you know, when I am styling it, it does get a little bit in the way. So I think maybe, man, you know, I think I'm trusting you completely on this, really. Like,
I think answer one thing for me.
Sure.
Do you want to cut it off or do you want to keep it?
Let's cut it. Yeah.
You want to cut it off?
Yeah.
All right, completely tapered the back, and it's. Do you want to do that? It's gonna look good. So both are gonna look good.
Yeah, let's taper it. Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna remove the back, and then on the side, I'll take care of you, bro. I'm just gonna make everything flow. We'll keep this the same.
All right.
This the same, but then we can probably just trim it like an inch, a little bit. I don't think nothing too crazy. I think the problem is the back.
All right, cool.
So it's like we'll fix the back. We'll do a little side taper, trim a little bit from the top, and we'll get you looking good, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Get your acting career back on the
All right, mat, I'm excited, man.
You ready? All right, let's get it. So first, I'm gonna cut down the bulk with the 3-guard lever open. Simply with my comb here, I'm gonna scoop with the comb, and I'm just gonna chop off everything from right here from the bottom. It's gonna leave a harsh line, but it's okay. So the next step is we're just gonna use graduation to trim, and we're gonna create a nice little soft low taper on the side. So the first step now is we wanna organize our work, our client. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create our first reference point right here is gonna be at the tipping of the comb. And comb the hair all forward. I'm gonna try that again. I think it's like right here. The next step now is, this was our first reference point, which is point A. We want to create a point B, which is going to be at his recession point. The recession point is right here. So it can either be the recession point, or we can get basically the tipping of the comb right here. So put it on the side like this. Where it tilts is right here. The same thing as his recession point. Same thing on this side. All this hair that we have right here, we're gonna grab the finer part, this skinny part of our comb. So the way that I'm combing this is I'm literally putting my comb here, and then I'm going down flat like this. Then I control the hair again from the middle and then from the side. Once I have that, I'm gonna twist, use a little butterfly comb gripper, whatever you wanna call it. All right guys, so to start this graduation, we're gonna start our first guideline right here. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Almost about 6 guidelines. This guideline that we set right here is gonna be really important because it's gonna set us up to go in with our clipper work and to make it a lot easier to blend in that clipper work into the scissor work. So from right here, temple peak area, I'm gonna go with this part of the comb. I'm gonna go with my index finger here, and I'm gonna go straight across, like this. So that's gonna be our first guideline. And I can go initially here already and start kind of chipping with my scissors. I'm gonna pick this hair up right here. Leaving my knuckles almost on his ear, this guarantees almost like a 4 guard, 4.5 guard. So it's gonna be really easy for me to go in from my clipper work into the shear work. So here's perfect. Just keep my knuckles almost on his ear. That's the first guideline. Now we just have to go on top. Second guideline, right here. Right here, you guys can see the previous guideline. Right there, we're just gonna match it. Gonna repeat the same thing on top. I'm still kind of working that ear area before I go towards the bottom over here. You guys can see the guideline right there. Now this other guideline is gonna go all the way down right here. You guys can see that. I have to kind of be in an awkward position because of the camera. So this is gonna be almost, I think, our 4th guideline right here. I'm gonna take my comb from here, slide it all the way down, put my index finger there, tap the line a little bit. As you can see, that's not cut, this is cut. You guys can see that. All we gotta do, you can literally just put our middle finger right there, because we know that that's where we wanna cut it. Right here. As you can see the previous guide right there. You take your time. You don't have to be so perfect with the mechanics, as long as you guys can grab the hair and know where your previous guide was at. Now comb this towards the back. You guys can see it was a lot easier to blend that 3 into the scissor work. So if we would have done scissor work, we would have done scissor work and then still had to blend the clipper work, right? So that's why I started with the clipper work first. All right guys, so let's start on this side now. That we did the other side, same rule applies. So let's go ahead and tell our client right here from the top. Just pull this hair down. Remember, bro, the key is to get the hair falling off. If you're too behind, it's not gonna look good. So once we're done cutting the top, I'm gonna go ahead and just release this. Mess everything up again. I wanna work on the bangs now. You see how long these things are right here. So how we're gonna cut the bangs is fairly simple. You guys can see the split here on the side. I don't really wanna interrupt anything, but this is overgrown. You know, there's a lot of split ends here on the side. I just want to make this a healthy grow. I'm not going to trim so much because we did like the length. So from here, probably go about an inch right here. So all this, literally, all this dead weight here, let's point cut this. You see how much more healthy this side looks now compared to this side? I'll comb this hair down. My bad, bro. Pull the hair down like this. I'm gonna aim for that spot right there. Now that I cut the bangs now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect the top to the sides. So we're gonna go create a nice little guide going straight down his nose, the middle of his head. You can say you're gonna chop this in half, whatever you guys wanna call it. Separate everything. You guys can do so many different things with this, start in so many different ways. Cut the top. You guys can connect the top to the sides, but this is what I'm gonna do. We know this hair just flaps like that on the side. So I'm gonna take this hair from the side right here. Literally, you guys can see the other hair that we graduated from the side, and I'm just gonna point cut to connect it. Elevation matters here too. I'll work all this to the back. I still kept the bangs a little bit longer. They're front to the front like this, but everything flows nice to the back. I'm gonna add some sea salt spray. To start this other side taper, I'm just gonna start by cleaning up the C-cup area right here. So we have a nice little clean canvas. First step, we're gonna grab a trimmer. We'll create our first guideline right here and remove the bulk. Next step, to open, and we flick up. So I created that clean transition now with the lever open. How are we gonna clean this up? The lever closed. We're gonna start here at the beginning of the line. You guys hear it cut. Middle. 3/4 open. As we get to the top, we start kind of slowly flicking more and more, you guys can see, and all the way open. I'm gonna close it again and start from the bottom. So next step, 3 guard, and we're gonna flick. 1.5 guard now. Since we established that 3 base, everything on top we can just use a little bit of thinning shears. So now this is gonna be our biggest guard that we're gonna use next to the 3 guard. So, same thing, flicking up, flicking up, flicking up. This lever closed about 1 inch from that lever open position. Now I'm gonna open it. And I'm gonna go about 1/2 inch on top of that and then start slowly closing it little by little. Last step, half guard. We're gonna go with it open and then we're gonna close it little by little. So where we ended with that lever open, right here, that's where we ended. So now we're gonna go a little bit on top of that, about ½ inch with this half guard lever open, and just kind of let our eyes dictate when it's time to close. Again, I mentioned that with these soft low tapers, it's more about looking at what's happening rather than following a series of systematic steps, you know? So depending on how good you guys flick is how easy this is gonna be to blend. Now redefine the C cups right here, starting at the top. All right, so we're gonna connect now this low taper into the low taper in the back. I'm gonna start with the lever close right here with our half guard. And I'm literally gonna align the side taper right here to the back. And repeat the same thing on this side. .5 an hour close. This is the half guard right here. So we're gonna go above about 1 inch. We're gonna skip the 1 guard and we're skipping the 2 guard. So to keep the fade a lot darker and we're going a little bit quicker, but this all depends on how we flick with our flipper. You guys see that line right there? I open up my half guard. And flick into that 1.5. Three guard now, and just flick up. And this is what we cut off the mullet with. So we're just using the same guard to clean things up. Now with the 1.5, we're gonna go open to closed and connect that 1.5 closed to the 3 on top. So it's really important, like I mentioned, that we use the corners and we flick out, because you don't wanna use the 2 or the 1 guard. To line up right here on the back of the neck, we're gonna start right here. There's a lot of overgrown hairs right here, so don't make the mistake of going too deep right here. Now that doesn't work. So the natural lining is right here. That's what we want our first reference point to be. Next, we wanna go on top of the ear over here. Literally tilt our trimmer like this. We wanna put our middle finger on the top of the ear and the other middle finger right here to support, and just rotate your wrist. So now I'm going to detail with my thinning shears. I'm going to start right here. So this was the half, 1.5, and 3. So I want to bridge the gap between the 1.5 and the 3. So I'm going to go here, start here. Then when it gets towards the top, just flick up a little bit, comb down. We haven't gone in with our lever closed. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give them a really soft low taper in the back. We want the lever closed with a half guard. So we're gonna kind of replicate the same guideline. So it's kind of curved towards the side. Now I'm gonna open it. Start slowly flicking up. Close it again. Literally go from the open to closed position, little by little.